hello, hello. All right. I've been doing a system administration all day. It's terrible. Nothing works. So let's take a little break here. Okay. So I've had a bunch of people asking me for learn regex the hard way. Just really didn't know how to do it, but I think I got an idea. So let me make it first. Yeah. I mean, it's funny because it's kind of hard to learn, but it's so damn useful. Like once you learn it, it's like a superpower. And so many other things open up. So, yeah. I'm gonna, and that's the problem, is it's very hard to learn. It's not very hard, but I think it's like finite state machines. There's just a whole bunch of things that get added to it that don't need to be. So trying to find a way to explain it has been the problem. All right, so let me do some copying crap around. All right. What do we got? Let's do, make a... This can be like a quick, pretty straightforward little course. I'm thinking like 10 exercises. And then what I might do is I might expand it, right? I might turn it into learn parsing the hard way. But I got a lot of people who are just like, regex just pops up all the time. If you want to learn Vim, you got to learn regex. If you want to do programming languages, you got to learn it. Right, so just make something simple. Oh, weird. I actually typed that? Okay. Alright, so first thing, DB. Oh, that's interesting. There's this problem with Markdown that all Markdown parsers are written by amateur idiots. And so if you have this, it thinks you want to emphasize text. So I'm always having to find places where I didn't put backslashes in front of C++. So most likely that is rendered wrong. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can get rid of that. And I think I need to do it here as well. All right, we'll check that. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that and then replace that with regex. Alright. I'll change that. I'll have to come up with a thing. And okay, that gives the thing. And then we'll make a single module. Yeah, probably just that. I forget what my format is. Oh yeah. It's kind of funny because I could write a command that makes these for me, but it's not like I do it that often. So how you doing today, Yakov? And then we need to make or should the first one be an introduction? Nah, gearing up. Nah, introduction. Yeah, definitely. It's kind of the reason why I need to do it. I've just been held back with, like, how to teach it. But I think I have an idea now. Ah, I messed up. Right. Was it a September 24, I think? Right. Yeah. I mean, I originally wanted to make it like a parsing course, but I think that's too ambitious for the people that I generally teach. All right, I think we got her set up. So let me think. Okay. Is it 23rd? Okay. I'll publish this tomorrow and then it'll be right. Regex or highway introduction, okay. And then 01, gearing up. Okay, let's get a basic outline. First, quick test. Okay, installed said. No, it's not called. I think that'll install the right one. Maybe. Yeah, that one. Yeah, so on Windows, if you have WinGet, it has this said. I should go check and make sure I know what it is. Ooh, yeah, that's right. I'm actually in Europe, Pinecone, so like, well, actually, it's the 24th. All right, let me look up, yeah, we'll go look at this, GitHub project real quick, make sure it's reasonable. Is this a GNU sed? It is, okay. So this GNU sed. Anyone that's got a Mac, are they using like the less capable, because I know they hate GNU, but are they using the less capable BSD one? Or is it like an even more crippled sed? Should I try to find like the ultra original sed? Oh, and then I gotta exit and bring up a new one. Okay, so we got a Mac? Yeah, can you do sed -- version for me? My Mac is kind of out of commission. I actually haven't used it in like a month. If you do sed -- version, so like this, it'll either say GNU sed like that, or it'll just say, I think the default sed doesn't even have -- version. I think I don't need a lot of fancy features. So I could write it for GNU sed and then just kind of see if the sed on Mac doesn't work. Okay, so it's probably old school sed. Alright, yeah. So let me, let's work up let me think. Let's do a little test document, and then same thing, let's do a little sed script. Let's do, it's like off the top of my head, the idea is, using sed, people have basically like a regex programming language. So they don't need to install any like regex tools or desktop things that don't work or use a programming language. So they can learn to do regex and do regex edits if they have sed. Now I might also do grep. So maybe like first couple exercises, grep searching for stuff, really simple, and then sed modifying things. So let's try it out. I hate this. It takes up the whole screen. Alright, so let's see what we got. Alright, we can take in a script. Now, I don't know if I want to have him write a script. Maybe just first, like a couple of exercises, we'll use just the command line. And then after that, like, treat it kind of like a game where you write a sed script to try to modify a text file to do different things, kind of like different challenges. So part of it will be, this is what this character means, what that character means, you know, like introducing progressively more complex regex tricks, and then the application is first searching for stuff, then simple edits on the command line, then whole sed scripts. And you know, nothing insane, just like, you know, a couple of things here and there. So let's just try sed have the input file or should I have it? See, the problem with doing typing is on Windows it ganks it. But let's try. And let me increase this font. Oh, it also doesn't even have that. To get around that, let's just do this for now. Okay, can we just run sed like a REPL? Ah, okay, okay. Okay, let's try with dash option, dash I. Oh. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that's a suffix. Okay. It's a script file. Oh, you just give it a file. Okay, cool, cool. I think I'm mixing like old school sed and GNU sed. Okay, so not in place, test1.txt. Fantastic. And then if I output test1.txt. Okay, cool. All right, so all they need is a regex, a replace, and a file. And they're good. Okay, let's do, does it do the Vim thing? It does. Okay, great. All right, so that's important because being able to change that character will make it a bit easier. Okay, and then for grep, you got ugrep. Ugrep is good enough. It's actually pretty nice on Windows. So we need a sequence of kind of challenge files. And probably ones that you'll require like multiple changes. And then each time I introduce like a thing, then there'll be a challenge. Here's your text file. Here's what you got to do to it. But like no actual regex, you know? We got ugrep. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good. And you can do sed scripts. Let me do that real quick. So that's like swap them. Okay, cool. Yes. I think sed uses, well, so the sed that's on a Mac, I think is like old school. So it's probably just POSIX. POSIX regex? Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably that. So I might just stick to that. What is this description? That's weird. And then GNU said regex syntax. BRE. Okay. Basic regular expression syntax. So you've got, okay, character, star, plus, question mark. Why are they throwing slashes in front of these? Matching. Beginning, end, any character, set lists. Oh, they also support invert lists. Okay, invert lists. Either or. Concatenate. Oh, and then back referencing the regex, new line characters, and then any of the special characters. I think that's pretty much it. Like beyond that, I can't think anything else you would necessarily need until you start getting into possibly when you're trying to do like a parser of some kind or a lexer. Okay, let me bring up yeah, actually, let's bring that up. Let's write it to let's make an outline placeholder. Why do I keep doing that? All right, good. Right. Just keep in mind, like, I think I'm going to start off with this with about maybe 10 exercises cover the basics, right? Because I believe this this is found in all the regex engines, right? Like, this is just sort of the basic POSIX, POSIX setup. And then when you get into the really crazy stuff with the egrep, regular expressions, stuff like that. But if you can think of like a specific feature that I should cover. Okay, so. All right, so let's get an outline going. Let's enumerate all the things we have. We have, yeah, just go through that list. We have char, asterisk, plus, one or more, 0 or 1, 1, 2. Oh, I'm actually not sure I know what that is. 1 or greater. Are those common in the regular expression, the normal one? Match group. Obviously that. Anchor points. Set list. And inverted set list. And alternating. Yeah. And then back reference. And then new line and right, so that's the basic. I feel like you need to do this. Those two have to go together. Probably these have to go together. New line and escapes. Maybe up there. This is counts. Yeah, you can probably do those together, and this is advanced stuff. Anchor points can probably come there. Yeah, maybe do new line, but then do character escapes there. Yeah, these three have to go together. Because typically you put the alternating inside a match. And back refs have to go with that. Well, yeah, I think that's it. And then maybe a demo in a programming language. Like a short Python or JavaScript. Like a dinky tiny little parser for like maybe a basic calculator. And then possibly Vim tricks. Oh, okay. Yeah. So maybe these would be like advanced additional things. I can tell people, you know, once you get to here, so once you hit this point, you're done. Now you just got to go use it. But people are probably trying to use it in this or in something like that. Yeah, so the capturing group is that one. Now, do they do the thing where you have to escape it for it to match? I guess we'll try out. It looks like, yeah, you have to escape it. Let's see, this matches a string with main followed by... So it is actually matching the parentheses. So you have to escape it, and that should give you your match. And then that... But what's the point of putting that in parentheses? No, I think that is actually going to match the parentheses. Wait, so then... Okay, we'll have to try that out, I think. So then this gives you your capture, and that gives you your back reference, and then this is alternating inside the parentheses. I don't even know if SED supports Unicode. I mean, GNU should. I think it doesn't really care. I think it's using probably the bytes. But yeah, let me look that up. Unicode. Oh, sorry. GNU SED Unicode. It looks like it just doesn't care. Like you can set your language with locale. But I might have to look and see. What they do. Yeah, I think it doesn't care. I think if you type things out, it just works. Because you're going to be typing the characters in and it seems to not care. As long as your locale is set. Yeah, let's throw that on to unanswered questions. Unicode? Now let's throw this here. Yeah, maybe I can find some various strings in different languages. Look around. So what is that exactly? Let me just look it up. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know if SED supports that. Yeah, let me see. I could do, here's like 10 things. Yeah, let me look that up. I think it'll probably be, maybe these become advanced stuff. Like that. And then I can give like a bunch of pointers and stuff. I actually don't even think Genie SED supports that. I think that kind of stuff, like multi-line, yeah, mode modifiers. No, for SED, that's the like /G. Let's go up. The S command. Let's look at the... Yeah, here we go. Yeah, okay. But I think, let me see. Yeah, so you can add all those. Yes, we'll have to cover the replacement. Okay, so let's see. We got so how can we do it? Actually I think this, let's do 0, 1, or now it's gonna be like 0, 3. We'll move it around. 0, 2. Now, let's do this. Basic matching with grep. All right. Okay, so we got characters, any character, new lines. Right now, then we have anchoring. Ending end, sets these two. Okay, and then I don't think this needs to be a whole exercise. We can throw that in up here. Yeah, I can do that. No, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's why I invite people to come and brainstorm it with me. Yeah, the theme to think of is teaching people the stuff they need to then go read anything else on the topic, right? So a lot of computer science books assume that people have been coding since they were 12. So I try to teach them all the things that someone who's been coding since they were 12 would pick up really quickly. So in this, it's just the idea of a single character. Like the theme for a regex course is the idea that a single character actually means an entire operation, right? and that you're kind of reading steps in a process or in code. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah. Hold up. Let's throw in here regex comments and regex helper tools. So there's a way to comment regex. I'm not sure if sed supports it, but we can see. grep should. And then there's various tools that will like explain what a regex means. So pointing people at that. Okay, so then repetition. Let's say basic repetition. I'm gonna use a different character. Alright, what is this called? So the clean star? But should probably call it 0 or more, 1 or more, 1 or 0. Okay, and then this is advanced repetition. This is yeah, wouldn't this be like X and let's say Y? X to Y. I have to confirm. Am I reading that wrong? Or more. Oh, the yeah, I could probably do that as like a puzzle. Maybe a list of fake email addresses, right? And then say rewrite all the sensitive email addresses to go to a different place or something like that. So then you got to match email addresses and then point people at some of the funny, like the Perl. Remember there's that one regex that the Perl project figured out? Okay, so then character sets, right? A big thing is important points. Programming in general is about combining small orthogonal pieces into larger, more complex systems. Yeah, this idea that you can take things and combine them, and usually in surprising ways. So even though these are small characters, that on their own they do almost nothing, but when combined they do a lot. Okay, so then this is grouping and back reference. What did you call it though, Alexander? You had a different word for it, which I think is the better word. Not look aheads. Capturing. Yes, capturing. I think that's better. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's for sed, that's the most important part. And using Vim, that's very important. For just like making a scanner, I don't know if that's too useful. Yeah, capturing I think is the better word. Because grouping, doesn't grouping also mean just this part, right? Where you create a group, it's not intended to be a capture, but it's intended to be this or this, right? Okay, so what do we got so far? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then that gives you your basics. So then you need, I'm thinking maybe like advanced combos. Or how about this? Intermediate combos, advanced. I was using combo to mean like, there's like sort of certain common, I don't have another word for it, riffs. You know, like in guitar, there's like riffs, right? Like things I use all the time. That if you know those, then it helps you understand other regex. A good example would be like \S. All the white space, one or more white space, you know, things like that. Oh, maybe that's yeah, let's do S command modifiers. Yeah, let's refer there. Okay. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. So I think, and then let's tag yeah, I think maybe, yeah, maybe it's like, let's tag which ones. I think just using grep. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking using grep up until here. And then capturing is really only useful when you're doing like sed, you're trying to do edits. Right? Because the point of you capturing is so that you can then output something different. You can like modify it. So then let's do yeah, let's introduce sed there. And then also up here, you need to know how to do grep at a basic level. So let's just do, let's do this. Yeah, let's do short grep intro. Okay, cool. So we got a short grep intro here. Then we use grep for these because that's just basic searching, right? So you know how to match a character. Then you know how to match any character and new lines and how to escape anything else. Just tell them, hey, if you anytime you want to match something that's a regex character, throw a backslash in front of it. Then we get into anchoring from the beginning and the end, showing how that's different. And then possibly regex comments if it's supported. I have to go search that. The next one is repetition, which is like a big part of it. So demonstrating how it's combined with everything you've used so far. So you got with dots, without dots. Okay. And then getting into advanced repetition. I've honestly never used this. Like, how often does that show up? Also, am I getting that wrong? No, that's not repetition, is it? Oh, do you mean like if I want to match that as a character? Like that? No, I'm right. It's these ones. Let me copy and paste this just to make sure I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to have to play with this. I've actually never used these. Let me write their exact wording. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got that. And then grep, the last exercise on grep is sets, character sets, and inverted sets. Then we do sed. And then we have capturing there. Okay, and then here, capturing, probably need to do this. Okay, intermediate combos. Now throughout each of these, the exercise is going to be like introduce the topic, then here's a text file, do these things in a text file, right? So then, I know. Idioms. That's what we want. Idioms. Just like the common things, like I just type them out. I don't even realize I'm doing them. Kind of like the surprised owl in CSS. Or programming languages where you type like 6 characters. Yeah, there are things like, whole ball of wax. So whatever that is in regex. So that way you identify them, you go, oh, that's what that does. Okay, and then, so I'm not sure about a programming language. Well, I think it might be good to have maybe some kind of application demos. Maybe using it in Vim, writing a little lexer for a calculator in Python. Something like that, right? Fixing a CSV file. That could be a good one. Or just fixing data input. mangled data files for data munging. That's a good one. Yeah, something like that. Alright, so what do we got? Is that too much or is that a good set? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need something here for said. Yeah, so yeah, exactly that kind of thing where like I've got a gnarly CSV file and I only want like the third or fourth column. Yeah, let's say let's say we're going to do editing with sed. So this would be well, this would introduce sed, and then this would be more advanced sed tricks. How about just advanced? Intermediate idioms. I'd probably have to go through and like maybe use Vim for like a day, then to see what kind of weird crap I type. Oh yeah. Important thing is intermediate idioms, advanced idioms. Yeah, what are these? What are these? Do I really need 2 exercises? How about common idioms? Yeah, because I only think that you'll need like about 10. Rebuilding input text by rules into output. Text transformation. Yeah, that's kind of the idea was said. Yeah, maybe yeah, because this gets into like data munging, right? Common idioms. Yeah, I'll have to look up. Okay, so this can go into the outline. We can do that right now, or the intro. Zero, zero, do that. Okay, close this. Gearing up will install. Yeah, gearing up will install grep And for Windows folks, it'll just install ugrep. I think the grep that and the sed that is on a Mac is probably fine, because I'm not going to use crazy features out of GNU sed, as long as it's using like a basic regex. But I'll have to check. I think, if I remember right, I think this isn't supported. This should be, because that's pretty standard in sed. But I think the range or sequence count. If I remember right, that's the thing that's not on a Mac. And maybe also this. But everything else should be there. Yeah, repetition is, but I have to double check, because I think, then again, I never use this. I never use these. So maybe I just don't use it, so that's why I don't think they have it. Okay, so now what I try to do when I write these is I try to think, if you know this, then will you be able to figure out that, right? And then the other thing is, I go, to know this, what do you need to know? Then I make sure that's covered. Now, sometimes you can't always do that, but I try my best, right? So like if we go through this, all right, so if you know grep, then yeah, you can start using it to do basic matching. All right. So then, if you know basic matching, right, you're learning how to match the characters, then you can probably pretty easy figure out, just match all, like explicitly the beginning and the end. So we can call that full match. And then I'll see if this is actually available. I'm not sure if it is. All right, so then once you know beginning and end anchors, and this is also, that's when you get into a character meaning something more. I think this is what makes regex hard to learn for people, is you see that character and you literally think carrot, right? But you don't think, oh, but it can be used as an operation. Right, so this one character can actually have a greater meaning. And then another thing I notice is people, like, let's say I'm going to do something like this. So I think another thing that trips everybody up, a lot of people, is when they look at this, they see that as one thing, right? And this also comes up in object-oriented programming. So when people who are learning to code see like, they see this, they think it's person fly. It's like it's one concept. And they don't understand that this is like 10 operations. This is get the object, then go inside the object, get this function, and then take that function and call it, but give it the object. Right? So when they read code like that, they have to learn that this is actually like 5 operations. And so in the same way I teach people, like it's sort of like first you go f equals person dot fly, and then f call with person, right? If it was Python, say. That you break it down into a couple operations to figure out what it does. So I think that's also what trips people up with regular expressions. They look at this and their brain goes, I don't know that word. But it's not really a word. It's almost like a whole sentence. That's a word, that's a word, that's a word, that's a word. So I think the key thing is right about here, I think. Yeah, so I think right about there kind of explain that. And that when they run into a regex they can't understand what they should do, and assuming that you have regex comments, they should break it down character by character based on what they know, right? So then with this, give them a regex like that, and then say, so if you break this down, what does each letter mean, right? Okay, so once you know that, then you get into repetition. So yeah, we know, now we're learning that an individual character can have more than one meaning. And so then now we can say this does not mean asterisk, it means repetition 0 or more. 1 or more, 1 or 0, right? So teach them like read the regex like this, 0 or more, like explain it out. Now where do I do, I should do, yeah, let's do that there. Yeah, let's do, because then we have enough characters to play with to demonstrate why you need to escape. Like if I want to search for that character, right? Yeah. And so like show them how it's like as characters come in, as a character comes in from the input, then each regex operation gets run on it and then determined whether the operation should go and continue. I think another big point to make, let me go back to the intro. So this is another thing that I notice is a lot of people are kind of used to learning things that they can just, like history, right? You can just read about history and okay, I remember what the Meiji Restoration did to Japan, right? But when you do programming, you have to kind of do it. It's sort of like playing guitar or painting. These are things you have to do. So I'm going to have to make sure that they understand, like, I'm going to teach you what this is, but you have to sit there and try to use it over and over again and use it just in your daily work. So that way you understand what it does. That's the only way to learn how to do it, right? Okay, so we close that. So we got our basic repetition, advanced repetition. I might tell them, I don't use this much, so feel free to skip it. So then I think maybe this should be after that, because you don't need this to, like, basically if you get rid of this, you can do like 95% of what you need in a regex, right? So I think maybe just go here. Yeah, let's say that. Yeah, we'll do like, that's like the end of the grep section. Kind of like a final exam. All right, and then we get to sed, and that's where you can learn. So you learn about sed and how it basically does transformations on inputs. Okay, so then command line options, how to run it, how yours might be different, and then get into capturing, which is more relevant to sed than, say, grep. And then writing sed scripts, and then we get into common idioms. Okay, so now going backwards. Right, to do the application demos, I need to know... That one's going to be a little weird. Yeah, I'll have to say... Yeah, we'll say make that entirely optional. Okay, so common idioms. Yeah, you need to know all the stuff before to get the idioms. Advanced sed tricks, so you need to know capturing and sed, and then all the previous stuff. To understand capturing, you have to know, you have to be using sed, and then you have to know all the other stuff. Advanced repetition, you have to know basic repetition. Character sets kind of stand on their own. You do have to know that, like how regex works, how it matches stuff. Basic repetition, you need to know basic matching, anchoring, basic matching, explaining how that works, gives you characters to work with. So I think that would flow pretty good. You'd come in, you do intro to just how grep works. That'll be in like gearing up. Then you learn basic matching. I give you like a text file to search for some stuff in. Then you learn anchoring and beginning. So maybe that text file you start in has some sort of problem that you can't match, so this fixes it. Then once you've got anchoring down, you're learning that an individual character can be multiple things. Then you learn repetition, so 0 or more. And this is going to be key because I'm going to tell them, when you see this character, don't go star, say 0 or more, like say it out. And this will help you read the regex. And same with this. And then escaping, so you can search for that. Then they get into character sets, which will help them like narrow down alternates and stuff. And advanced repetition. Does this go here or up there? Because it's kind of alternating. I'm going to mark that as like a question. Okay, advanced sed tricks. So then after you've done some basic kind of like editing a text file, then you write a sed script. And you run that script on a whole bunch of files. I'll probably give them 4 or something like that. And then I'll talk about how you can use the -i option, but that's kind of harsh. Instead, maybe just use git, which would make it so if you completely mangled all your files, you could get them back. And once you've done all that, we get into advanced topics, which is common idioms. That most likely would be, I could either do that 2 ways. I could do it as, here's 10 things you'll run into a lot and what they mean. Or I could do it as sort of a puzzle. Here's 10 things, use what you know to figure out what they do, and then confirm if it did what you think it does. And then application demo ideas. Then we get into how it's used in Vim, and maybe a little Lexer in Python. Oh, really? Yeah, I mean, it's this weird... It's like, you don't need it. You can probably code your whole life and never use it, but like, when you have them, so many things become really easy. Like, do you need to change a whole ton of... I don't know. I mean, I suspect Microsoft, especially in Excel, I think they totally have regex. Like, it's probably some super jacked version of regex though. Like it's probably whatever you get in PowerShell, like ls asterisk instead of dot asterisk. Yeah, and then Vimtrix. Yeah, I don't know. From there, I don't know what to do. Okay. So unless anyone has any ideas, I think this is a good outline. So now we just got to extract these out. Let's see. So we go into gearing up. This is where we're going to do the short grep intro. Okay, and then this is basic matching. So that stays there. And I'll rename this file. Alright, and then I actually have a tool that I handed these outlines and it generates the whole project for me, but I'll do this manually. Yeah. So then I write private DB modules, learn regex, exercises 03, anchoring. Yeah, let's just call that anchoring. And then the next one is 04, basic repetition. All right, we can just delete those. And 05 is character sets. And advanced repetition. And then 08. Capturing. 09. Advanced said tricks. And 10. Common idioms. What am I call this last one? How about real world examples? And then let's take these unanswered questions. They can go in the introduction. Gearing up's good. This can go out of there. Kill that, move the outline. What was I calling that? Basic matching. Okay, great. Then we hit every file. Okay, let's go and we fix up the formatting. So what I find is if I get an outline, oh, it's backwards. sort of get a plan. And for larger courses, it takes me longer. And then once I have the plan, I can kind of work it in my head, make sure things flow from one to the next. You know, to know this, you need to know that. To know that, you need to know this. Just going through. And then once I've got it, it's pretty much just set it up and knock it down, right? Just go through, right. And then as I run into problems, I go, maybe I need another exercise here, or this exercise should go before that exercise. But once I've got a sort of a plan, it's just a matter of getting the writing done and then getting people to go through it and test it. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. All right, now this one is anchoring. And I think the main reason why this process kind of works, especially when you're doing this exercise-based kind of stuff, is that it acts as like a to-do list. Okay, this is basic repetition. So you're not trying to think about like what to do next. You sort of planned out all the steps and now you're just going through and filling in the content. Oh wait. This is basic repetition or basic matching? Oh, this one might be wrong. What up? Yeah, it's basic repetition? No. I think I'm missing one. Oh, I see what I did. Okay, yeah. When I wrote it, I didn't cut. Okay, there we go. That's better. Right, and then this is basic matching. Character sets, right? Yeah, so then once I'm done with this, everything is ready to go. I can actually kind of... I don't got to worry about formatting or where to go. Plans are done. I'll worry about that later. Why can't I spell examples? It's so weird. Right, one more time. Yeah, I need to... Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I actually have a script that I give it an outline and does all this crap for me. But it would take me longer to remember how to run it than to just do this. Oh yeah, this should be 11, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, that should be 01. And that's 00. Okay, so I think everything is laid out. Oh yeah, Visual Basic. Yeah. Okay, so everything's laid out. Maybe one more. Yeah, and then I like to give them resources to go to for the next thing. So let's do 12. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So this would be where I point them at, like, books. Like there's the big regex book. Yeah, do that. Okay. All right, let me see if it'll actually build. Okay, we'll have to add that. I have to remember the stupid command. Alright. This is my own website that I put together that I really want to rewrite. Something more fun than JavaScript. Maybe if I do a Go course, I'll rewrite the website in Go. Okay, that's fine. This is the videos I don't have locally. I should probably go get those though. If I remember right, the command that I run, yeah, that's gonna be a pain. I gotta write that down. No, actually, Twitch will block them. Because if I don't, everyone will know where they can go get cheap viewers. You can either have a Discord if you're not on that, or you can just email help at learncodethehardway.com, and I'll grab it. Okay, so that's wrong. Yeah, my build is ultra jank. I need to fix that up. I think it's the product file. Of course, I go right past it. I also have a bunch of people asking me for the Ruby course again. It's been a significant uptick. I mean, significant for me is like, I go from none per year to 10 this like last week or so. Okay, so it's not that. Yeah, there's not multiple modules. Okay, run that again. All right, so once this works, then yeah, then pretty much just start writing it. Actually, I think I could probably crank this out pretty quick. Oh, here, email me, and then I'll reply, and I'll give you a Discord invite. It's just for folks who have signed up for my courses, but yeah, anybody who's chatting can join too. Okay, so I think that means it's up. Let me check locally. Yep, there it is. Cool. We got an outline. Got to change that image. All right, so we got outline. Let's pop this open. Let's go here. All right. Oh, that's right. I gotta render those. That's awesome. There we go. Cool. All right. Yep. Got an outline. Basic. All right. looks good. Just have to go and actually write these. I think Caddy gave me a headache. I've been dealing with Caddy all day. It's a good web server, but I think their docs, they need like slightly better examples. Okay, so that's looking good. Let me grab your link real quick. I won't do it on stream. Don't worry, nobody will see it. Oh, wrong one. Alright, I guess I'm going over here now. Oh, I got some people. Looks like I messed up my server, folks. Let me see. God, that is really annoying. For some reason, Vim on Linux is... Lately, every Linux I used, Vim is completely screwed up. Alright, let me confirm that I didn't completely screw up my website. It looks like I made a dumb change. I was trying to fix something and might have messed it up. No, it's working for me, so... Yeah, alright, I'll have to see what's going on. Alright, so... Alright, perfect. Windows terminal is not optimal. Okay, cool. Thanks for the link. Let me see, where should that go? Additional resources. I think that's exercise 12. Right. Also, there's the classic regex book, and let me give you an invite code. Alright, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Alright, reply to you with the invite link to the Discord. Okay, so we got, I think that's a pretty good regex setup. I might actually go through it and then try to figure out if there's something big I'm missing. Maybe I should do like a data munging project. Someone sent me, one of the people who watches sent me a link to some terrible bike data. I think it's like a Chicago bike usage data thing. I gotta look at it, but... Alright, this is looking good. Hey, alright, cool. Thanks. Alright, so now we just gotta add it. No, I don't need that. And private DB products. Okay, there we go. That should be ignored. I'll have to do that. I'm standing on a carpet that is not comfortable. Which seems impossible for a carpet. Okay, good. Okay. Alright, so we want okay. Let's see, what time is it? Yeah, I think that's close. Let's see, I started at 5. 5 to 7, that's about 2 hours. Right, yeah, and if anybody has like a favorite regex resource, or even like funny things, like I know there's the regex haters thing. What is it, the regex haters? Yeah, the regex, I hate regex. There's a guy going there. I hate regex. Yeah, things like that. I always try to, like, you know, make sure that I'm not like gaslighting people. Like, I'm really honest about the flaws of languages, because I find if you are, then people don't feel so stupid, right? When they struggle with something. Like, I'm a big proponent of it's not you, it's them. All right, so I'll work on that, and then for the stream thing, I actually didn't use it today because I was having so many technical problems. I'm like, I'm not going to curse my stream too. So next time, I should have a GUI. I think on the distributary. I think I'm going to do just a basic, like a text UI that sits here. So it'll give you the status of the connection, how it's running, things like that. The only thing I need to do, right, is it's using FFmpeg. I think you can tell FFmpeg to output statistics. Bitrate stats, I think this was a project that figured out how to do it. No, that was different. I believe it's like a... Oh, I remember. Oh no, it's FF Probe. Yeah. All right. So that's it's basically something that I do in another project. You can get FF Probe to look at an output stream and then give you info, but this is passing it through FFmpeg, so I don't think you can do that. And I do think there's a way. No, that's right. The Restreamer project. They actually have a modified FFmpeg that does kind of like real-time data output. By the way, this project is really good. It just doesn't fit my use case, but if you need to do some restreaming, especially if you have like, you need to do like IP cameras and then restream them to multiple services, this is very good. Downside though is it totally doesn't run on Windows, like never. It's so Unix, I don't even know if it runs on OS X. Like, I couldn't even get this thing to work reliably in Docker on Windows, which, you know, is not a surprise. Alright everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to go eat some dinner and take a break, and I will be back at 10. At 10, I'm thinking I'm going to work on the game. I also have in my mind, I've wanted to do a kind of a rogue, like a classic text-based rogue game. Something like this. So I have in my mind kind of like tinkering with that a little bit. So if you're curious about that, I don't know if I'll use FTX UI and just go all text, or if I'll maybe kind of do sort of a hybrid between the two. Kind of make it a bit more modern. So I may prototype that up real quick. Kind of think about how to do that. Because I think for like a game dev course, that's always a really good project. Like a simple little roguelike, something that everyone kind of can play. Works well. Oh, and then incidentally, for the folks who like Rogue, you should check out this game called Moonring. This game is amazingly good. I dorked around with it for a few minutes, and it's, if you ever played like the old school Ultima, and it's free, which is just insane. So yeah, if you're into rogue style games, check out Moonring. All right, everybody, thank you again. And, I'll show folks on Twitter updates, and always looking for feedback. So let me know. And maybe I'll see you at 10.